Hi everybody, I'm Megan and this is my detailed video about eating at Epcot, at Disney's Epcot in Florida. I have a shorter version of a 3-2-1 eating at Epcot video that you might want to check out on my channel Travel Mom. Okay, eating at Epcot is so fun. There are so many places to eat here, so I'm just going to tell you places that I've eaten, that I recommend, that I think are good. There are actually more places than this to eat. But just to remember, counter service means you walk up and order. Table service means you sit down and either order from a menu or eat from a buffet, or they bring the food to your table family style, but it's a never-ending supply. Eat as much as you want, but you need reservations for a table service meal. A character meal has characters that come to your table, princesses, classic characters, all kinds of different character meals throughout the parks at Disney World. These are always table service restaurants. They're never counter service, so you always need reservations for these. Just keep that in mind. Also keep in mind when you order your food, you might see a little symbol next to something you want to order that is a dining plan symbol. You can still order that whether you're on the dining plan or not. It doesn't matter. If you're on the dining plan, that is all you can order. Like it'll tell you how many points that takes or whatever for that food. But you can order those. Don't worry about that symbol. It doesn't matter. Okay, so eating at Epcot. Epcot has two parts to it. There's a front part of the park and the back part of the park where all the different showcases are, the World Showcase, and then the Future World is what they call the front of the park. So in the front of the park, I really recommend, there are a few restaurants there, but I really recommend Sunshine Seasons, which is a walk up and order counter service. It's inside the Land Pavilion and it's right next to Soarin'. So good. So many really good options, or you can get a decent meal here. It was not just fries and sandwiches. So I really love this place. They have a really good dessert area too, so make sure you check that out before you leave. Really good place for kids also. Lots of kid-friendly food in Sunshine Seasons. So I really recommend that. Then I recommend you stop in at Cool Spot, which is hosted by Coke. It's on your way back toward the World Showcase, but as you walk back there, make sure you stop in there because you can taste Coke from around the world. Really fun for your kids. Taste the Italy. Oh, it's disgusting. But anyways, you will have fun in there tasting those Cokes for a few minutes as you're walking back to the World Showcase. Okay, now you're in the World Showcase where I'm going to start you on the Canada side. You can start either way, Canada or Mexico, and I'm just going to go right around. In Canada, there is a Le Cellier, which is a sit down and order table service restaurant, steakhouse, really good steak, really highly recommended. If you want like a higher end meal while you're at Disney World, this is a place you might want to try out, Le Cellier. You'll need reservations. Then you go around to the UK. The UK has, of course, a pub, a Rose and Crown, which is really fun, right on the lake. If you make your reservations late enough for dinner here, you can watch the fireworks from your seat in the Rose and Crown pub, especially if you're out on the little balcony. Really fun. I've done that before. Really good idea. Really fun place to watch the fireworks show at Epcot from. And they also have a fish and chip shop. Just walk up and order counter service, fish and chip shop, Yorkshire fish and chips. I also like to stop in the little tea shop here because they have lots of treats from the UK. They have, my kids love to get Turkish Delight, and also we'll always get a little thing of hobnob cookies, so yummy in there. Lots of treats in there that you can buy, and a lot of shops in Epcot have little treats inside of them from the country, so you might just want to check those out. Fun things to eat while you're walking around. All right, we're going right into France, and France, of course, has good food, and they have a creperie, which is right there, right when you walk into France. I've eaten there. That's really good. Just dessert crepes, nothing else. Just walk up and order. Then they have a patisserie, which is desserts. They have a lot of French desserts, but they also have salads. They have cheese plates. They have sandwiches. They have quiche in there. So you can eat lunch or dinner in there. Really good bread. Really yummy in there. I really recommend you try the patisserie while you're in France. Then they have a sit down and order, a table service restaurant, Chefs de France. They actually have two in there, but Chefs de France is where I've eaten, and it is great food. Really good. I've eaten here a couple times, and I do recommend it if you want to have a French meal while you are in the Epcot, I'm sorry, in Disney World. You want to try Chef de France. Moving along to Morocco. I've actually never eaten in Morocco, but they do have a counter service and a sit down and order restaurant there. So you might want to check those out if you're interested in Middle Eastern kind of food or African flavors of food. That would be Morocco for you. Moving on to Japan. Japan has a great place, Japanese steakhouse, Teppan Edo. My family loves to eat here. They cook the food right in front of you on the hot grill. Everybody loves it. The chefs are hilarious. They're really well trained. They do a great job in here. It's table service. You need reservations to eat here, but you will not regret eating at Teppan Edo if you try it out while you're at Epcot. Next would be America. America, of course, has burgers and fries, the Liberty Inn. So if that's what your group's in the mood for, stop in America. Great place to eat. Italy has Via Napoli, which is a sit down and order table service restaurant. I really do like this food. It's great Italian food. It depends what you're looking for while you're in Epcot. If you want to take time to eat Italian food, or you think, hey, we got good Italian where I'm from, so don't worry about that. but Via Napoli is what I'd recommend in Italy. And then they have a really good gelato stand in Italy, so I always like to get that while we're walking around. In Epcot, next would be Germany, and this is my #1 recommendation here at Epcot is Beer Garden. This is so fun. It's set up inside. It's a table service sit down buffet. You sit down inside what looks like a German beer garden. It's beautiful surroundings. There's a little oompa band that comes out and plays for you, and you can dance. It's a floor show. It's really fun. You will not regret eating here. A little bit more pricey, but so fun in Germany. And then Germany also has a caramel kitchen, which is right at the front of their little pavilion. Walk in there. They have caramel apples, they have caramel corn, they have cookies, brownies, whatever you can think of that you could put caramel on. They've got it in there. Rice Krispie treats. So good, really fun. Check that out. Make sure you don't miss that in Germany in Epcot. Next, we're going to go into China. And China has really good food at the Lotus Blossom Cafe. They also have a sit down and order restaurant, but the Lotus Blossom Cafe is a walk up and order. Really good Chinese food. You get a lot of food for your money here, and I would recommend it as a nice little eating area back there. So I like to eat here at the Lotus Blossom Cafe in Epcot. Next is Norway. Now Norway has a couple places. First, they have the Kringla Bakery, which actually does have, of course, baked goods, desserts, but they do have sandwiches in there and even some kids meals. So it's a really good place. Maybe if you want a quick lunch, walk up and order counter service. It's a good place. They also have the Akershus Castle in Norway. Now you can have a princess character meal here. I've done it. It's not my first recommendation. I recommend Cinderella's Royal Table in the Magic Kingdom over this because you are in the castle. I mean, how many times will you eat in the actual Disney World castle in your life? So I recommend that one at Magic Kingdom over this one. But if for some reason you can't get in there or whatever reason you want to meet princesses, this is another place you can do it. And it is a table service. It's all you can care to eat. They bring it to you. They serve you. It's not a buffet. And the princesses will come to your table and you'll be able to meet them and all of that fun stuff that goes along with the character meal. So that would be in the castle in Norway. Then ending up here in Mexico. Mexico has several good restaurants. One is La Cantina de San Angel. Now that is not inside the pyramid. It is outside the pyramid. It's counter service, walk up and order, and it is really good Mexican food. The beef tacos really good here. The churros really good here. So if you like Mexican food, this is a good place. Here's a tip about this place. Also right on the water, just like United Kingdom is, just like the pub is. And so if you want to eat here late enough, and it's just counter service, so you don't have to have a reservation, get a table close to the water and you can watch the fireworks show while you eat dinner. And you gotta eat a late dinner to do that, or you need to eat a dinner and then leave someone sitting at a table for you for a couple of hours while the rest of you do something else and then come back and watch the fireworks from your table. But it's a really fun place. I really do like this place. I always eat here when we go to Epcot. And then inside the pyramid is the San Angel Inn. Now I've eaten here. It is very romantic inside, and like there's a ride boat that goes through the restaurant and you feel like you're eating along the river in Mexico or wherever town in Mexico. But I did not like the food that much. I think the food at the walk up and order is cheaper and it's better, but you can try that if you want to. I do not recommend eating here, but it is available as a place to eat in Mexico for lunch and dinner. So this is eating at Epcot. Of course, Epcot is an eater's paradise, so I hope you check it out and have a good time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.